He already did. But he's the one that went in
Rhythm.
order.
I play soundtracks.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said river.
You can hear some horses out of me.
Yeah. Clippity clop.
Putin, are you there?
I'm here.
I think it's your turn to introduce.
I am playing Arthur Castark. He is a ward of the house. He is a son of the second son of Lord, well, technically brother of the current Lord Castark. Is the son of the heir to the second son of Lord Castark, and his mother is in Harlaw, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. Any interesting physical descriptions about your characters you would like to reveal at this point? Maybe an interesting tattoo? Maybe some kind of scar? Maybe
Rivers
as
has a
unknown
scar on his-
birthmark?
He has a scar across his left pec, where during the Greyjoy Rebellion, he took a spear to it.
Dagon, it is platinum blonde with purple eyes, much like other members of his family.
Nora may look like she has red hair, but it's very it is a blondish red.
Like a strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very hard to find good fantasy images of a woman with that kind of hair, so I went with
We should ask Kai.
He could find you one.
Yeah, possibly. But I do like the one that I've got now.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Yeah. It's literally the hair is the wrong shade of red, and I don't care to go looking for something else.
Khan is the redheaded, redheaded bastard. He has scars from a hunting accident on his right above his right eyebrow.
Aemon is not particularly scarred. The thing about Aemon is that he comes from nobility, but he does not look, nor does he dress like a noble. Just in the way he kind of keeps his appearance, he's very rough around the edges.
Alright. I believe this was everybody. Yeah. Alright, so... And for the last question, before we start out adventuring, you guys are pretty old. I don't believe anybody is over the age of 20, I believe.
I'm
I
under
am.
the age of 20, I'm 19.
I'm 18.
I'm 22.
My character
21.
is 25.
Old
Wait,
fuck.
are we characters
Yeah.
or like?
Characters, yes.
Oh,
Characters.
my character
Yeah.
is 16.
Yeah, in real life I'm 31.
In real life, I'm 28. I wish I was 18 again.
I don't. That time period sucked.
That time period sucked for me too, but I have less aches and pains.
In real
Oh,
life,
God.
I am.
Yes.
In real life, I am 21. I kind of wish that I was. I kind of wish that I was fucking. That was 16 again, because 17, every fucking goddamn organ in my body started failing, back to fucking back. I would like functional use of my body again.
Wouldn't we all? As I take a handful of prescription pills.
Alright. So, recent events. What would your character have done in the last, let's say, couple of weeks?
Couple of weeks.
Hunt.
Anything
Try-
out of
try-
the
try to look
ordinary? Anything interesting? Well, let's say the last month.
In the last month, send letters to let's see, send letters to possible future husbands, that being either Garland Tyrell, Renly Baratheon, or Edmure Tully.
Oh, I didn't get one? What the fuck?
I thought
You're not famous enough.
You don't have the possibility of being a future lord.
Yeah, get
Give
your
him-
status
yeah,
up.
actually.
Give him time. Give him time.
I do. I'm an heir.
Get your status up to 6 and then we can talk.
Become
Come
the
back
warden
when
of
you
the
have
North.
titles.
Yeah, become the warden of the
You
North,
need
then we
at
can
least
talk.
4 titles, Lord General.
He's gonna come back. I've conquered the free cities of fucking Essos. Love me.
Love me.
I mean, I do have a 3 status, so, you know.
Same here. Like, free status all the
Then
way.
stay
I have the
within,
status of 1.
stay within your station, wench.
And no, criminal titles do not count, so you cannot be the most wanted man.
The most wanted man in Westeros.
What are you talking about? I'm the Lord Commander of the Night's Watch.
That raises all sorts of questions.
I'm a wandering crow also. Shut up. That means I have free range.
Goddamn crows.
Caw, motherfucker.
I prefer wet ravens.
So, yeah, one way or another, after the recent events, you all got invited into Riverrun, to the local land meet of the Lords, to discuss about the recent events in the land. It is quite well known that the Greyjoy Rebellion ended quite a while ago, but there are still some stragglers along, and the Lord's health getting frail as he's getting at this point is concerning to the local realm. So you packed up your gear and started heading out to Riverrun. It's been a little while since the travel back then was quite slow and arduous. What were you doing on that journey? Just surviving, or perhaps seeking something?
Reading a book.
Important question, can you read?
I have a Freyan language. Yes, I can.
Anybody else done anything interesting?
Well,
My
as,
character would just navigate and hunt.
as I'm a sworn sword, I'm probably pulling security for the convoy.
Arthur is trying to finally perfect riding a direwolf. He's perfected it. He's good at it. He needs to perfect figuring out how to ride a direwolf in a battle.
Aemon would make a personal note to stop at every tavern and entertain the thieves and drink with the harlots.
Oh yeah, that's right. Drinking and whoring with
No.
good old...
Drinking's gonna be something important as well.
And then other days he'd drink with the thieves and entertain the harlots. It's all about rotation.
And
Things interesting.
obviously sharing pints with Eamon, because we know each other. We're friends. We're
the
about to
two
like
of
that.
you would be traveling together, yes. Would anybody else be traveling together? Just out of curiosity?
I would be traveling with Nora because if I'm the bastard of the family, so I would know her.
Yep, you would be going with her.
I'm also
And-
a ward, so I'd probably also be with Nora.
That's it. Yeah, I'll be traveling with him as well. Arthur. Just no. I could be drinking and hunting.
Alright.
Probably not the best combination, but you know.
At the same time.
I know a king who died that way.
Not yet.
Not quite yet.
Not yet. Hopefully
Which
never.
is actually funny because his stats in this is so badass that I can't see him losing against a board.
It was a legendary board.
It was a legendary board.
He also had like
It was golden.
triple fortified whiskey.
It's like if you play some like MMO, they have like level 80 boars or something like that.
Marcus, do you remember your big badass like boss that you were gonna throw at us in the Warhammer Fantasy campaign, and I killed him by basically putting him in a headlock and forcing his cyanide capsule down his throat?
Yes, you like to remind me of that.
I like to believe that like the whole fucking time Robert had just been drinking like not wine but just tears of please. Based on his fucking goddamn stats in the game. Because there's no real reason. Well, that fucker should lose to anything.
So it's been a long chat travel for you guys. You've been traveling through the days and nights of Westeros. Thankfully, it is the summer, the long summer, so the weather is at least quite nice. As you are currently traveling in the dark, you're following the road, and you come across a lonely inn in the middle of the road, well, on the side of the road. You feel like you want to rest your weary soul for the night, as River Run is still a little travels away. The first one to arrive at this inn is... should we just roll a d5? Or anybody wants to claim that spot? Feel free to.
Aren't we
I
all
think it would be,
traveling in a group?
Not right now. I don't believe so.
Most of us would be traveling together because we're family.
Yeah.
Nora, Karn, and Arthur traveling together, and I think Dale and Torin traveling together.
So the first group to arrive would be Nora, Eamon, and Arthur, I believe you said.
And Karn, because I'm
And
traveling
Karn.
with them.
Okay. So the four of you would arrive at this inn. It's the dead of
Well, I was
night.
traveling with Eamon, so
Okay, now.
yeah, we're all together.
Okay, so the only one missing would technically be
No one.
nobody.
Nobody.
Okay, so all of you are
Oh,
traveling
well,
together,
traveling together, okay.
by chance. So all of you come across this inn. It's the dead of night. The crows are crowing in the background. Let me bring up the map.
There is one
You look at the
particular-
inn's name, but unfortunately the only one who can read is, I believe, is Nora, right? Anybody
No,
else?
I can read as well.
Okay.
I can read.
How dare you, Marcus?
Assuming
Yeah,
they
Arthur
can't
can
read.
all.
You, how dare you
us-
assume
us-
my literacy?
You read the inn's name and it says the Mellow Pigeons Inn. It seems that it's quite crowded as people are heading towards the Land's Meet.
I'll have you know my father was a book.
Arthur just goes up to the innkeep and says, I'm going to need a room for my lady.
Hold on. You see the big tents outside with some travelers held up for the night. You go inside of the busy inn, and you hear the roar of the packed inn. It's hard to move inside as it's the many people also from all places from Westeros has filled this little inn. You go inside and the warm fireplace warms your heart. Alright, now you can go.
Do I know words? Do I notice anyone
In terms of
in terms of when I enter the inn? Do I notice anyone that I would know?
the inn is packed to brim. You take a look around and you see a couple of kind of familiar-ish faces that you might have seen somewhere, but nobody that named that you could place and go like, hey, that's Sir... what's his face?
So something of somewhere. I would assume I'm surrounded by my men.
Yeah, that's... I'm not gonna obviously post down every token ever.
My boys.
Yep.
So yeah, if I don't notice anyone who I particularly know, I'll
Alright, I'm back.
head in with everyone else.
Alright.
Arthur's going to tell Squire to stay there, and he's gonna go up to the innkeeper and says, He's gonna tell Nora before he leaves, I'm going to get us, see if they have rooms, my lady. And then he's going to walk into the inn and talk to the inn.
Alright, yeah. You go up to the innkeeper. Let me see if I can play one of these battlebards here. By a man named Kyle McCauley. If you have the Roll20 audio up. Not sure if I'll get taken down because of this, but whatever. I do not own this.
Oh, hello there. You must be looking for a place to stay a while. Well, I know this likely isn't what you're...
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have much in the way of luxuries, but the rooms are clean and you are welcome to make yourselves at home while you're here.
Okay, how much is it, you squeaky voice? How much would that be, my good sir?
Let me really quickly see if there's pricing on rooms in the book. I believe not.
I think it'd only be a couple of like a couple of copper pennies because of the fact that this is an inn in the middle of nowhere.
The man quotes you a price of 3 copper pennies.
I'm going to need several rooms. One for my lady. I will also need stables for my very large dog. And
The man says that unfortunately, since this is quite a small inn, there's not enough room for the all of you to get their own room, but they can share a room.
I would assume there are other women with this group, so I'll share with probably like I've got a handmaiden or two. I'll share with them, and you boys can share with each other.
Otherwise, the man says that if you have a tent, you can pitch it outside like the rest.
Okay. Arthur says, well, my
actually,
lord.
how much is that?
Well, okay, very well, my good sir. And he puts on.
I would ask. Actually, the price would be a groat, probably, since that's 4 pennies.
He says, do you have change for. What would the equivalent of asking for? I'm assuming it didn't change. Would you have change for a silver stag?
The man thinks for a moment, but nods.
I would assume we have. I have the money to get us 10, and just say we had them. Because I'd assume we're a noble family. And
Arthur's paying for it. He just says, my lady, I have this one, my lady.
Well, if we have if any of us has a tent, my character will tent outside instead of trying to take up a room.
I have a tent.
I have a pavilion.
I'll be taking a room.
Because my character is a traveler.
A soldier's tent fits 1 person. 2 if you want to get intimate.
Is everyone?
You're gonna have to buy me a drink first. Or
everyone's like at the, am I just the only one talking to the innkeeper?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're standing by the door by the looks of it.
We're probably standing near the doorway.
He goes, I also would need food for my lady, and is food and drink for my lady.
Alright, give me a second. I need to check what they have for offer. Let me see, the price on food in the book is... What exactly? Oh, right, there's no prices on food, isn't there? I almost forgot there for a second.
It varies wildly based off of summer, winter, war.
Arthur just puts a silver stag and says, that should cover all the expenses.
So let's see. Who sent me? Okay. So the innkeeper, as you ask him about the food, he says go to the cook, and he shows like the little kitchen back there.
Yeah, Arthur just says, okay, he goes, I don't feel like sitting here and discussing prices. He just puts a silver stag. Should that cover the expenses for the stay?
He nods and hands you like this bronze key for the room.
Thank you, my good sir. My lady, I have a secured room and food for company for the house.
Well, cousin, come on, let's go.
But there is only 1 room, not enough for everyone to stay in separate rooms.
Yeah.
Would
Yes,
I be
They're more like as you go and check. As you go upstairs, you check the room really quickly to see what it is. It's actually you're a little surprised from the condition of it. It looks pretty good for a roadside inn, honestly. It's well maintained, it's clean, and there's about 3 beds per room.
my lady, it appears that is a 3-bedroom.
I can see
room.
I'm not.
Oh, forgive me, my lady.
Anyway, I need some protection. And I don't see anyone better than my dear cousin to protect me for the night.
Very well, my lady. Wait, is Arthur the cousin?
No, it's me.
Amen.
It's fucking really hard to hear because I have the music audio turned all the way up.
I've got it turned down.
Yeah,
I have
just
it
Yeah,
as well
but
turned down.
put the
What
music
were
to
you
somewhere
saying?
like
I think you
2%.
repeated it twice, and I couldn't fucking hear you because the audio for the music is so fucking loud. Don't worry, Marcus, it's not your fault. My fucking headphones, like, it astronomically increases the volume of everything. Like, my mouse, like any fucking time I open up anything and it plays any kind of ad, I get deafened. Let me try and adjust this properly. There we go. That's like an appropriate volume. Okay, what were you saying?
Basically, she was saying that like there's free beds in the room that she's going to be staying in. She needs someone to protect her. She's choosing you because you're her cousin.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
And
Vinny,
what makes-
you get a comfy bed?
And what makes you think I can protect you from the demons of the night, cousin?
Well, it's either you, the bastard, or the other two.
I have a name, you know.
Yeah, but you can't dance like I can.
Also, you entertain me to no end.
Alright.
Oh, he's saying I'm not entertaining. He calls Squire and he says, Squire, walk backwards on your hind paw. Dance.
Animal handling.
Don't need to check animal handling.
Yeah, not with animal companions.
Anyway,
People
your
like
dog can't.
surprise.
Your dog can't sing, or write poetry. My cousin can.
Oh, au contraire, he can sing.
If it barks, I will do something. I don't know what. I'm too tired. I need rest. And she just takes in that very I'm done here. Yeah. She grabs is it Eamon?
Yeah, it's Eamon.
Okay. Grabs Eamon's hand and just drags him off to the room.
My lady,
Probably
you
followed
forget
by a handmaiden.
you
Well,
you forgot the key.
Well, there
Just
goes
puts-
my drinking companion.
If it
Don't
becomes
worry.
a problem, I'll pick the lock.
Yeah.
Just holds up her hand. Toss it here.
Okay. This. GM. I'm actually the roll for this because this is one of the things he has a 1 in. Oh, 6.
I assume we're not trying to hurt each other, so I'm
Yeah,
guessing
no.
it's just a light toss. I catch it. We head off.
I believe this would be incredibly easy.
Mm.
No, challenging 9, he fails and the key falls out.
It falls
you
through a
wish
crack in
me
the floor.
Do you wish me to roll agility to catch it?
No, I'm not a dick! Roll to breathe, guys! If you fail, it's a challenging 9, you die.
I may actually not succeed on a 9 when it comes to endurance.
I have a hope. I have hope that I could potentially pass.
Actually, how late is it? Is it like
It's like it's already like night. People are getting started to tuck in. There's still like late night people just drinking at the bar.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say if it wasn't that kind of late, she probably would let it, Eamon stay up a bit longer, but no. To the bedroom.
Alright, all of
Not
you
for
are
anything
gonna tuck in for the
untoward.
night.
I'm
Well.
a fucking Lannister.
I'll take that as a yes.
Arthur's gonna
Break out
go.
singing the Reigns of Castamere.
I'm gonna be drinking 2 silver
He's gonna
stacks
he's
worth
gonna
of
go.
liquor.
He's gonna drink with Cam Rivers. Like what?
Yeah, I'll be drinking.
Alright,
So-
the two of you drink about how long?
Like I said, I'm drinking for 2 silver stacks worth.
So...
Yeah, I'll be doing the same.
I mean, what do people like assume like the dire? Direwolves are like he's full grown, so it's like a pony-sized dog following.
Yeah, so some people are definitely looking at it, but not causing a fuss, really. Because who would?
Yeah. Yeah, Khan would also be drinking for 2 silver stacks worth.
Okay, we're not gonna even bother about getting drunk and so on, because eventually you would. I mean, unless you really want to see how long you last.
I'm just saying, my character's the alcoholic.
Arthur starts talking to Rivers. It's like, you know, we've known each other for several years. Can I explain who is your mother? Which way does it go? Are you a lord's bastard or a lady's bastard?
I am the Lord's bastard.
Actually, I would actually make you roll the endurance for the alcohol. Because there's something that's supposed to happen. So, while harmless in moderation, characters can safely drink alcohol in quantities determined by their endurance rank. And you guys are drinking just straight up beer? Or ale?
Whatever
Ale.
they have.
Preferably wine or liquor.
So they have really cheap ale. They have some beers, but in terms of wine, well, they're
have mead.
sort of out, but they do have like bottles of red, like 2, and one white.
Wine it is.
I'll be drinking beer.
I don't believe that increases or decreases the check by anything. Let me just read it. Yep, no. It's interesting that all of the alcohol has the same value in checks.
Arthur's drinking mead. Do they have that?
So you guys can drink up to your endurance rank before you need to start getting doing checks. So what's your endurances?
Mine's
Or
3.
5.
3 and 5?
And 4.
Alright, so according to this, drinking takes about an hour per frequency, apparently per drink. Interesting. So, are you guys staying up for 5 hours? Or 3?
Remember, we are probably going to be leaving fairly early in the morning.
Arthur says, since the lady took the only room, Damon, Rivers, do you want to help me set up the pavilion so we can get to sleep properly?
Yeah, I'll drink the 1 drink and then help him.
Okay, you
Yeah,
guys are
yeah.
gonna stay up for an hour?
Of course I'll assist. I am your family sword. That being said, I'll be drinking while I'm helping put up the
Alright.
Same.
I bought the liquor. It's gonna go in my stomach. That's what's gonna happen.
So during the hour as you're drinking, the people are kinda living out of the inn and getting to beds, and you guys are enjoying your 1 drink pretty much, so you don't need to spend that 2 silver stags for...
Well, I still bought the bottles. I can...
Okay, you bought the bottles. That's fine. But, you're a little bit busy drinking, but, roll me, like, awareness. I believe it is.
Okay.
Those
That's a
who
shitty
are drinking, obviously.
Just shitty roll for me.
Carl is also
That's
drinking?
18. Yes.
Okay. So, actually Dagon would make this too, so... Dagon and, actually I need to roll opposed, don't I? So it would be stealth...
Would the direwolf get rolled as well?
Technically yes, it would. So go ahead.
19.
Let me see... It's a shame.
So the only one not to notice from what I'm gathering, unless rolling, I'm guessing. Never mind.
So, there we go.
So only,
So
the
only
direwolf
Karn and
Karn.
the direwolf, but direwolf wouldn't exactly know what's happening. But out of the corner of your eye, Karn, as you're drinking, you're not exactly paying attention, but you see the lady over there guarded by 2 what seems to be hired goons. You see a person walk up to her and take something out of her pocket and start walking away.
I would confront him. Sir, I believe you took something that's not yours.
The one guy who hasn't have any intrigue goes went into just an intrigue situation.
Arthur gets up, he goes, he walks in front of this. Yes, I think my friend has noticed that stealing is punishable by, I think, the king's justice. Maybe a hand. Maybe you should just give it back and think it was a misunderstanding.
The man looks at you a little scared. The woman is kind of looking at... overhears you and is like, wait, what? But outnumbered, this completely negates the intrigue situation. If it was gonna be 1-on-1, yes. But since it's 3-on-1, I think what he's gonna do, he pulls out like a necklace out of his pocket and is like, oh no, I didn't steal it. It's look, man, it was about to fall out. I just picked it up.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yep, and you should give it back to the fine lady and return it, and then immediately move on out of this place. Or we might allot the local lord, and he could maybe send you to the wall or cut one of your hands off.
The man looking a little nervous and looking at the dire wolf who looks hungry as hell. Also,
Well, the wall is unmanned.
the man just nods quickly and starts just shuffling out of the room.
Mercy, my lord,
Wait.
mercy.
Did he give the necklace?
Yeah,
back?
he gave the necklace,
Okay.
obviously.
Who do you give it to?
The lady
Karn.
or one of us? Okay. Colin would turn around and give it straight back to the lady. Here you go, madam.
The lady thanks you in a quite a kind voice, and looks at you and says, "Oh, could I give my handsome helper a reward, or
What would you have in mind, madam?
The madam goes up to her purse. Well, what would negate for a purse at this time? Don't ask me. Probably like a little cold pouch. And she pulls out like a... She pulls out 2 stars.
No need, my lady. We have plenty of coin.
Also known
Coin
as
is not
8
cheap.
pennies. Which is quite a lot. For a small reward.
That is too much, madam. Coin is not something I have to worry about with my company.
Well, she says, may I offer you at least a drink?
That I can't say no to. And I pretty much physically can't.
Arthur says, "May I inquire of who we have just prevented from being robbed?"
Ah. Her name is...
Her
Yeah, no,
name
I would have
is-
failed my check to not drink.
Her
Say it,
name
Her name.
is Rosen Garin.
So, are you Lady of House Garin? I am Arthur.
Oh, no. I'm from no house myself. I'm just a slightly wealthier traveler.
Ah,
Acquirer of interesting knickknacks.
ah.
It is said that this necklace here is from Essos, but not quite sure myself. It doesn't look like a necklace from Essos. So I'm here to travel to Riverrun to check it out and some other items that I happen to have with me.
Ah. Well, I am Sir Arthur Castork of House Castork. This is Corian Rivers.
Ah,
And
a
I would-
proper lord's heir.
Well, I'm not exactly the heir. I am the son of the second born of the Castorks, of his son's son. So I'm in line to inherit Carhold, but not the direct heir.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. If you ever need interesting knickknacks from the land of Westeros and beyond, just I'm gonna be in Riverrun for a week or so. Somewhere in the merchant district.
Mm,
If we ever need of anything from outside of Westeros, or any knickknacks, I'll make sure to check you out.
Well, I do have a problem trying to find a proper saddle for Squire over there. He points, gestures to the dire. My war dog I ride in a battle sometimes.
I see. I would have to ask around since I do not know of such things. Little beyond my expertise, as you understand.
I understand, my lady.
Now don't let me keep you.
Come on, little Castork, let's set up the pavilion.
Very well.
So, all of you, after that little thing, you guys go to sleep. Well, I believe you wanted to pitch a tent.
Yeah.
Or are you sleeping on the ground?
I have a pavilion, so
Well, either way, it doesn't really matter. But in the morning, you all wake up now safer. And little rested, except for the guys who stayed up, since you didn't exactly get a long nights of rest. You're a little tired.
Nothing I ain't used to.
Onward to River Run.
Indeed,
Right,
as you're leaving, you take a look at the people getting ready to leave too for a river run, and there's some people ahead of you already.
Anyone notable that we didn't notice from last night?
Did I, as you're looking around, I'm thinking, should I make you roll awareness to spot them? Nah, they're a little fancier. Fancier dressed, but you take a look at the tent area now, and you notice this little set of people here set up now. Without the campfire, actually. They weren't there last night. I forgot to remove them and add them again. But you take a look at them, and you notice this little group of people sitting around a doused campfire. They're guarded by a couple of guards and a little, what looks to be well-maintained tents. And around the campfire you see 3 people sitting. One a little jollier feather man, dressed in noble garb. What seems to be a scarred up old man with some kind of a keychain, also known as a maester, and what seems to be a young knight.
Roll status to identify the knight, correct?
Yes, it would be status.
Okay, can I roll? I don't know shit.
Should I use my breeding bonus roll or no?
Maybe?
What?
Breeding bonus for identifying people, I believe.
Yes, I believe so, breeding.
Yes.
15.
So, it is a little hard to recognize, but you do indeed take a look and you spot a little sign. Well, emblem on the side, and you look at the emblem. I can't say that. The coat of arms. I'm just gonna say that because that's easier to pronounce
Sigil
right now.
would also
Sigil.
work.
Thank you. And you think back, and you recognize this is the house. And
How soon now?
it is House Charlton.
Could you... Thank you. I was about to say, can you write that?
Charlton. You recognize it as a landed house. Also a knighted, pretty much a knighted house from that Thales had promoted. And you recall back to your history, and you have read somewhere that, well, Dagon doesn't have reading, but Dagon would have heard it somewhere. That,
I do have reading.
okay, you have reading. They are a really minor house from the Riverlands, sworn to House Frey.
Marcus just presumes that everyone doesn't know how to read.
I do, because back then nobody would read it.
Well, not everyone's noble.
Marcus, we're player characters.
And
from the
you
comics.
know that Sir Adre Charlton is the house's more
Distinguished.
Thank you. Members. Distinguished. Yeah, there we go. As you approach them a little, the guards like back your way a little.
And do I also identify the fat man that's heavily scarred, or no?
Yes, you recognize him as the head of House Charlton.
Well, I'll just,
Which would be, I believe, he is unnamed.
good morning, my lords.
Yes, he is unnamed currently. They look at you, but the guards are like, keep away, the lord's busy. But the fat man in the background, oh, relax, Jeffrey. But my lord, the guard responds, oh, let him come. He invites you to sit on the, well, come closer.
But by the way, I am not in my I'm not in noble
Gerbil.
garb.
You have a
Mighty
Gerbil
Gerbil.
costume.
Mighty
Sorry, I
Goble
had a-
gear.
I had a Goebbels slip.
It's fine, it's fine. Is that gonna be now your combat suit?
No, what I'm wearing is traveling gear. Traveling. English. I cannot do it right now.
Don't worry, neither can I!
I just watched him try to pronounce distinguished.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Yeah, I only have my. Yeah, I don't have traveling garb on me. So
There
I
you
have
go,
I
that's-
have my noble garb.
That's gonna
Alright,
be your
I-
battle costume now,
I'm going
right?
to- I'm going to stand here.
I'm so I've got my armor is scale, but that is
I'm in my padded armor.
but that is armor and not clothing. The clothing I have is noble garb, so I'm like legitimately like wearing the fanciest scale ever designed.
Arthur's in like.
I look like a
his-
fucking ponce.
Arthur is the only person. Most Northerners only have plain armor, but he had special brigandine made that has his personal sigil on it, which to most people would make absolutely no sense.
I'm in padded armor, traveling clothes on top of it. Or under it, whatever.
But it seems that the Lord speaks up and is like, well, my young lads, well, how can I help you?
Oh, how much of it? You know what? She's going to say the following. I mean, oh, I just came over here to be polite and say hello.
I see. Well, it is always nice to see the people recognizing my little house and saying hello. And hello back to you. The man gives a little hearty chuckle. So you're traveling these roads. Where are you heading to?
The land meet. I assume the same as you, my lord.
Oh, indeed. I was invited. Well, we and I brought my almost entire household with me.
My father and brother have sent me ahead because, well, they're a touch busy dealing with some matters.
I see you were invited too. Well, that is good to see that more houses are coming to meet. Which I don't recognize your sigil. Which house you're from?
Carstark.
Harper.
Not you, us. Out of character said that. Yeah. House Harper, we currently control Haraway Town and the Trident.
Oh yes, I recall now. Quite a recent house. We haven't actually met before. Well, it is truly a pleasure. Say, is any of your great-looking knights here planning to fight in the small tourney that they're holding in the town of Riverrun?
There's a tournament to be held.
Oh yes, it seems that to bring a little bit coinage, they're holding at the same time a small little tournament to please the crowd, citizens of Riverlands.
Huh. I might enter. I am so Arthur Carstark, the Iron Wolf.
Ah, Carstarks out here. Quite interesting.
Lord Diggendale of Housedale.
And Dale. Well, if any of you are planning to compete in the tournament, it would be quite a pleasure to see you go against one of my finer knights. If you're up to a little friendly competition between houses, of course.
I didn't even know that they were having a tourney there.
Oh, it's quite a small tourney, but indeed. The rewards are not quite large, but we can have a friendly game, eh?
Sounds like right fun.
My lord, I would hate to cut this short, but we both are best be heading to Riverrun. We don't want to be late or anything, do we?
Indeed. Sorry to have kept you so long.
Not at all. Yeah, and as she does the pleasantries and such of saying goodbye, she heads off, assuming the others will follow.
No, they're gonna keep talking to him for almost no reason.
Next 20 years.
I do. I follow steadily behind my. I do. I follow steadily behind my cousin.
Arthur is technically sworn to the house, so he has to follow.
Yeah, I follow somewhat behind Nora.
Yeah. So we head off towards
Had to give you a chance to roleplay a little.
Yeah. I'll nod and say, "I'll see you at the tournament, my lord." And
He nods.
I will see you at the tournament, my lord.
You will not be seeing me participating unless it's bows.
I guess we head out.
I could participate in a melee, but sure as fuck not a joust.
Oh, and do you know how to joust with a spear?
So, alright.
As Jaime Lannister once
Actually,
said,
this would have been Inn of the Kneeling Man, wouldn't it have? Since it's literally on the way. Oh well,
Oh,
but
hey.
yeah. I was like,
too late now.
well, anyway, as I was saying, as Jaime Lannister once said, that jousting is 3/4 horse riding.
I know. I know.
Anyway.
I've
Continuing on.
met Jaime Lannister.
That
So-
wasn't in character.
Yeah, assume that speak like that is out of character.
Yeah, because he technically hasn't said that yet.
Not quite yet. You are correct. So, you travel for a little bit longer, I would say like a day or so. I believe you guys are on a wagon.
I would assume we have a
Because I believe Chris bought a wagon and
Yeah, I
somebody
did.
has a horse at least with
I
him.
have a
I would assume the house has a
I have a
has
wagon. It's being pulled by my horse.
I would also assume that the house has a
Carriage.
carriage to take the nobility to places when they're not at war and such.
Yeah, you
Or
would have
the ladies.
something. Little bit
I'm
more fancier than your own feet.
I'm assuming Arthur is riding. He's still is riding on the outside of the carriage as a guard.
Ooh.
So, after long days of travel, about midday-ish, you finally see it in the horizon. The great castle of, well, town of River Run. If the map transitions properly. Yes, it did.
Arthur's like, impressive, but Winterfell's better.
You go past the city guards. They let you in as the city is filled with lots of travelers from all sides from the lands. You see the banner signs of a couple of different houses here and there traveling. Well, two exactly at this moment, but they're kinda in the busy, so you don't wanna really bother them.
Arthur's towards Nora and says, I wonder if the Lord Frey is going to be fashionably late.
Lord Frey, fashionably late. Who would have thought?
Well, you shouldn't speak that way.
Oh. Does it still make him sour the nickname the late Lord Frey?
Well, considering he is higher up on the nobility food chain than you, I would be best hold your tongue.
I very much know that I am not as...
Oh, for those wondering
Alright.
what you ate at the inn, you ate some vegetable stew and stewed peas.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
disgusting.
Yes.
I need meat. Just heading towards the Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna head towards. I'm going to direct the family towards a proper location.
A proper location, a proper inn.
Yeah, like where we're supposed to. I assume we've been told, hey, you can stay here.
Yeah, they have given you like a couple of options where you can stay. They have like free residence set up all over like town, like tents and such. But they did give the names for 2 inns at the town. One a little bit questionable, but it's cheaper. And one a little bit more fancier, where some household members are known to visit. But
Yeah, that's
it's
gonna be
also
the
a
more
little
expensive
expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna look at Nora. I'm like, so cousin, are we sparing no expense, or are you looking
No
to get robbed?
expenses will be spared.
Are you looking to get robbed at night?
Arthur says, why don't we just ask Lloyd?
That's
Lloyd,
what we.
uh,
He literally just said that's what they suggested. Either you can stay here or you can stay here. It depends on how much money you want to spend.
Yeah, there's 3 options: either free and sleep on the tent, 2 sleep
Get robbed?
relatively safely, and 3 sleep in a fine inn that everybody knows by name.
Fine inn it is. How much is that for a room? For a fine room at the fine inn?
But hold on,
Finest in-
we might as well do some little bit of role playing, right? That's what
Yeah.
we're here for.
I was more wondering so I know how much to take off my character sheet.
Yeah. Let's see. This would be a little finer. So good in townsfolk.
Door.
Let's see. So it would be a couple of copper pennies for a common room at a cheap inn. So I would actually say that a room here costs straight up a silver.
Okay, so I go up to the innkeeper. I should. Where's my character? There she is. Yeah, I go up to the innkeeper and say, what's the finest room you have available?
Alright. Let's see.
Note, I said available.
Available.
I assume the best room is already taken, but I could be wrong.
Let me see. I believe I had a little NPC script for him.
Wait, is that what I think it is? Is I need to scroll over on the map.
Hold on, let
It
me.
is.
Is this the right one?
Guys,
Are you ready to order? Are you ready to order?
No, that's not it.
I'm just gonna keep pinging this until someone. Man,
Who is that? I don't know who that is.
no, that is a female warrior.
Hang on, let me scroll and really examine that. Yeah, that's. She looks like fucking Siri from.
Yes.
You know what? I gotta
Okay.
conversate. I gotta conversate the fuck out of this.
I was about to say.
And gone.
I just found the Mewtwo in Pokemon Go. I gotta dive down this rabbit hole.
You know what probably happens as we're walking up to the to the innkeeper. I just nudge you and just give you the side eye quick look at her. You just
I'm like as we're walking, you're just giving me these nudges. I'm like, what the fuck do you want? And then I just I look at what you're nudging at, and I just it's that
Take off.
It's almost that cartoony moment where someone's walking but their head's staying in the same fucking location. It's all stretched.
I assume what happens is you do the instant stop, turn on the heel as I continue walking, and you just walk over there.
Walking into the inn, trying to about to start a normal conversation with one of the patrons. You nudge me. I'm like, what the hell do you want? Okay, board down.
Get in and be quick about it. You're letting all the heat out.
Nope. not the
How
right one.
fucking Scottish was that innkeeper?
He is clearly from the north.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, there it is, Lord Oswald the Tenth.
Quench your parched throats with a mug of ale, and warm your bones by our hearth. We offer plush pillows, feather-stuffed beds, a warm fire, and above all, a safe haven from whatever troubles you. Come, the register is right this way.
And that was by Collect Fairy as well.
So, how much is the best room you have available, my dear sir?
Well, let me look at it. He pulls up like this little
Ledger.
ledger. We have a couple of, well, 2 VIP rooms available. Oh, fine silk.
How much?
Let's see, the catalog says that would be 5 silver.
Okay,
5 silver.
I will spend 10 silver getting myself and my cousin a room. And I just turn back to look over at him, and I just see him over. I just point him out, and he goes,
I'm mesmerized by this fucking by the fucking side of this woman with a fucking greatsword.
Yeah, you walked up to her, and she definitely, yes, does have a greatsword. You walk really right next to her, and she's like, she looks at you as
like I'm staring blankly for like a good solid 5 seconds, even past her noticing me.
Quick question: could I status to identify who she is? Correct?
I believe so.
Let's find out if she's someone of note.
If she's someone of note.
Lady Harper, how long are we going to be here exactly?
Well, as long as our Lord Tully, as long as Lord Tully wishes us to be, which will be as long as the land meat is on.
I will not recognize this person when I'm rolling anyway. No.
I believe it is not quite enough. Because I believe the check would be 9.
You're telling me a 2 doesn't work?
So none of us realize who she is.
Yeah, the people who rolled 8, you
Alright,
can't
so I can
quite,
say without a shadow of a doubt, guys, she's not the queen.
you can't quite place it.
Everyone's looking at this chick. What's everyone looking over there for?
Okay, so it's the reason why I'm staring.
Well, I got a 14, do I know?
Because I'm staring blankly at this woman, before even speaking. I walked right up to her, but I'm still silent. Because I'm mesmerized at the concept of, there is a woman...
Arthur goes up to the
Are you saying I'm not a lady?
So,
not what I'm implying at all.
I got a 14. Do I know who that lady is?
So, before, yes, as Chris's character went up to...
I'm mesmerized at the concept that there's more of you.
Up to... up to her, he is staring at her for a minute, and you look over and you notice first that the woman is a little frustrated that a stranger just walked up to her nose, and she is visible a little irritated.
I don't think he'd be nose to nose.
No, I'm like, okay, so here's what I'm doing. I walked up to her, and I didn't say anything. And now I'm pacing around her, examining the sword, and, trying to get, the make of her build, and I'm like, how the fuck does she carry that? She's, so fucking small framed.
So, who is it?
It touches the fucking floor!
Who?
But, give me a second. Actually, a minute. But, you take a look at the woman. You don't quite recognize the woman. So she's definitely of some importance. But, what strikes to you odd is the 2 nobles talking at the table. And, You take a look at the one sigil there, and you look at that, and that's the sigil of House Went, which is the Lord of Harrenhal. And you go, oh, they're definitely somebody.
Which one is the Lord of Harrenhal?
Went.
Yeah, no, I mean which one?
I'm gonna say
Which
the
of
top
the two?
one.
Okay, the top one. Thank you.
It is not the
I know
girthy
it's-
boy.
I know it's Went. I was more asking which of the
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
it's not the girthy boy.
And you take a look at the
It's not the boy.
girthy boy, and
He will fall on you and you will die of pure pleasure.
you recognize that as a little minor house. It's House Shoney.
Actually, that's a good point. We never, because we're a minor house, we never stated who we were under because we wouldn't be directly.
Yeah, you
under
never decided
Harry.
if you wanted to be under House Frey or.
Do we want to be under? Do we want to be under Went? Because that would make sense since they're
Yeah,
so
we
close.
probably are underwent.
Yeah, then definitely, even with the 8, you would recognize him and go like, oh, well, that ain't exactly the Lord of the
I was
House.
trying to roleplay. My lady, I'm not from these parts. How long does a land's meet take? Fixing to order myself a room, and I need to know how many days I need to rent it for.
Yeah. What would it be to? I think that'd be a knowledge check to go. Okay, what
Yeah,
has
more than
previous
likely.
ones been?
Land's meet don't usually last that long, honestly. Like a couple of days at most.
I think at most it'd be like a week.
Yeah. I would say a week, including the time that you have right now. Like,
So 6 days from now is when. So I look over at Dagon and go, like, at the very most 6 days. Like at the very most, that's if things go poorly when it comes to talking about this. But I doubt it. I think it would be more like 4 or 5. But I would suggest I would suggest going for 6. So I'm actually gonna throw that money down for the entire 6 days. Here's just to confirm to the innkeeper that I am going to be staying here. So that'd be.
You'd be paying 60.
I'd be paying 120 because I'm paying for both mine and.
And it was only 5 per day, so you'd be paying 60.
60. So that would mean I've already paid 10, meaning I need to pay 50. Okay. So yeah, I've paid for them. I probably get the keys to my room and my cousin's, and then I'm going to walk over to my cousin, but I'll let him and the girl have a bit.
Yeah, I'll throw down money for my room.
Arthur says, what is your second best room? Now, what is the best room you have available?
the second best room, my sir lord, is quite a normal room. Would be a single silver per night. But no worries, all of our rooms are quite meant for lords and nobles. There are no lesser rooms in this inn.
Well, I will also need it for 6 days, and he throws down 6 silver stakes. Do you also have a stables I can put,
Actually the stables would have been kinda at the city, either outskirts or like inside of the city somewhere. It would be like a different establishment, really. And I assume that you guys dropped them off at some point.
Only thing he's more talking about his direwolf.
Yeah, that would be like a proper stable, because no inn really has a stable attached to it.
Yeah, not in River Run. So
And
that probably
barkeep,
be
I would
bad.
like to buy a room for 6 days as well, as I throw 6 silver.
Yes, we all would. As I plant down 10. And,
My headphones got disconnected. Second.
Throw down 10 and say, and something to eat, please.
Actually, yeah, I'll put down an extra 5 and say something to eat and drink, please.
What they have for food? Since this is a fine inn, their food is included in the price. You don't have to pay it separately. Let's see, they have currently on offer dried duck and dried beetroot, stewed beetroot, smoked scalloped and blue cheese, or boiled eggs and oat bread, or a simple meal of oat porridge.
I'll take the duck.
I'm going with the scallops.
I'll also take the duck.
So take the duck and something fine to drink.
Alright, they have a mug of perry, a tankard of ale, mug of beer, or some wine.
I'll take a tankard of ale.
So,
Wine.
well, I assume that's just a mug of mead. You don't take the actual fucking tankard.
Yeah.
This ain't D&D, and you're a dwarf carrying a goddamn tankard of mead.
Arthur says, do you have any, White Harbor Ale?
White Harbor Ale. I believe we have some.
Add a character that's considered the best ale in the Seven Kingdoms.
He takes a look and let me see.
Golden Amber.
This is gonna be a chance roll, if they have it or not. Nope. He takes a look at in his catalog and inventory, and he's like, sexy said, and he goes, unfortunately, we rented out.
Do you have any, mead?
Oh yes, we have plenty of meat. He points at the 2 full tankards behind him.
I'll take, pint of mead.
Oh yes, and he fills up like a full pint of mead. And if you're curious, it's actually quite fine. It's like pretty tasty.
Yeah. Something like 20% alcohol mead.
But anyways, the people approach the female knight. We'll finally get to 2 of you. She looks at you a little irritated and kinda backs her head backwards a little and goes like, raises one of her eyebrows and goes like, excuse me, can I help you?
I just remain silent. I'm just I go from just kind of I walked up, was silent, even after she noticed me for a good 5 seconds, and I started pacing around her, walking around her kind of in a circle. And then I just stopped and I said, everything about you is just fabulous.
He's a little
I've
surprised by this.
I've been to Dragonstone, King's Landing. I've been far north. I've been on the damn wall. I've been to the free cities of Essos, to Bravos. I I'm actually astonished. I don't fucking... I don't have a word to properly describe you. Everything I'm staring at right now is just perplexing.
She gives like a little chuckle, kind of going like, "Ha!"
Are you a knight? Or are you a... Would it be swordswoman?
She gives another little, "Ha!"
Like, could I buy you like some wine? I need to hear the story of this.
Good, you've never seen a woman.
She
with a sword.
takes a look at her lord sitting right there and goes like, "Unfortunately, I'm a little busy right now."
As she says that, I probably walk by and I go, "Oh, what? I wouldn't know his name because he's my liege lord."
Yes, you would.
After I identified them all, I told you who he was.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm asking for his name.
So let's see. It's definitely
Which we
not
have
Walter Wendt because he's an old guy at this point. Let's see, who could it be? Oswald Wendt was slain at the Tower of Joy. What was the Tower of Joy?
That was
Tower of Joy was during the War of the Usurper.
Yeah, so he's dead.
If you're curious, in
Walter,
the show,
who's
he would be the
Walter?
guy who got fucking destroyed by Ned Stark.
No, Walter is the old guy. I already told you that. Oswald Wendt. I believe I just said his name to you, and he was the one who died.
Yeah, no, Ned Stark killed the fuck out of him. The only person he actually killed in single combat in that fight.
Just give me some time to figure out who it is exactly. Because I know that it was supposed to be... I don't think anybody's gonna bash me if I just create a character here really quickly.
Yeah.
So he's a male, so I'm gonna call him Whalar. Wendt.
Could you write that?
Yeah, he did.
Whaler. So I walk past my cousin and the lovely lady, and I walk up to the table and go, "Oh, Lord Wendt, it's lovely to see you." She holds out her hand as like the respectful waiting for it to be taken.
He like turns his head and looks at you for like a couple of seconds, thinking of, and you like almost see the gears in his head go like, oh yes. Nora, is
I am
it?
in noble garb, remember?
What?
I am
She's
in my
a
noble
noble
garb.
Okay, you
So
did
it's like-
did take it.
It's freaking obvious I'm nobility.
Yeah, but it still takes him like a second. He doesn't do the gear thing in that case, but goes like, oh yes, Nora, I believe.
And she's like not wearing courtier clothes. Who the fuck is this?
She's wearing commoner's clothes. How is she in here? I'm lovely, and it appears my cousin has become smitten with your knight, and she does the very much the questioning tone of, I think she isn't a knight, but I don't want to say she isn't.
He kind of laughs it off. Isn't she lovely? Hired her a couple of months back. You would be amazed what money can buy you.
Well, I'm sure we're safe here. Why don't you let her spend some time with cousin?
Ugh,
And I'll spend some time with you and your friend here. And I do I do the setup to be introduced.
Yeah. Oh yes, him. Well, where are my manners? This is Lord. Let's see, do they have any notable characters? Nope. So back to the name generator. This is Kyle Shoney from House Shoney. The fat man, well, pipes up and greets you.
Yeah, I'll sit with them to be polite. So does Lord Went and excuse his guard?
Not right now.
I'm
goes.
willing to roll charm or persuasion to what's the term? Which specialty is it?
Convince.
Yeah, convince.
Convince, yeah.
I can do that if I want. Well, if you want, I'm saying.
I mean, it's not hard. It's not a difficult check if you wanna do it.
Okay, let's
I
do
would
this
say
then.
the difficulty would be like 6, since it is safe. As you can see, there's a little bit more heavier armed guards right at the entrance.
18. Let me reroll those ones. Yeah, I get all 3.
But the Lord went go well.
You're stuck
So,
eternally with those
20.
ones.
I gave the wrong icon to the Went. Let me see. What icon did he have? He had like... Oh right, that guy.
I am pretty sure 20 persuasion can convince him to let the his guard
Lady
have
Knight.
some. Yes.
Oh yes, we were done with our private matters anyway, weren't we? Showed him. Ah yes, my lord. We were. The fat man, Kale, response. Well, without the milord, that's a little... Well, you know what, I'm gonna keep that in, just because that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is underneath, way underneath House Went. There we go, we have a couple of new NPCs visible in the houses section in House Went, and House Shoney. They don't have any descriptions yet, but...
I'm surprised not a single person got like one good look at Mr. Shoney and made the joke. I am in awe of the absolute size of this lad.
Anyways,
Massive unit.
He's the unit.
well, woman goes to drink
when you
that
walk
case.
into a room with the sole intention of being the fanciest egg in the room.
And the old man goes to sit there and, I guess, play some cards.
Marcus, what would a fight between that NPC and a player character look like? Is he gonna roll into a ball and roll at you?
Well, what's that character from Naruto, the fat guy?
Yeah, Choji.
Yeah.
Choji.
Don't worry, guys, he has his secret pills.
His
Do we
secret
wanna
power,
let
he's gonna Sonic the Hedgehog your ass.
Do we want to let the others have a go of some
Yeah.
roleplay?
You guys do your thing.
Oh, Karn is just sitting there eating and drinking. Unless someone wants to talk to him.
Not right now. That's
Oh, I
the
meant
one
from our
thing
party,
about
alright.
this nobody really bothers you.
Well, then he's just gonna enjoy his drinking, drink more and more.
More and more until you pass
You're
out.
gonna drink and eat.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just for the hell of it, I'm gonna see if I can even stop drinking.
Willpower. To see if you can stop.
No,
Willpower.
I do not.
Wow.
I lose by 1.
Sadness.
So yeah, at some point at the middle of the conversation, Karn just falls asleep. Well, keeps drinking and then falls asleep after a long while of drinking.
Yeah, I'm going to eat my meal politely next to this, looks to be a young lady.
Yeah,
And try to figure out who she is.
she's just in there, kinda alone. Yeah, are you gonna strike up like a conversation with her? Or,
Well, I'm going to roll status to see if I know who she is, and then from there, that'll dictate my next move.
Okay. You're trying to figure out the best of your boss's like knowledge. You go through your mind, through your history, but you think to yourself, and you can't really place a name, but she's definitely from some wealth, but not from a house.
Then yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
She just seems to be here waiting for somebody from the looks of it.
I don't go below my station.
On the other hand, my cousin.
Is completely just looking at the female knight there.
Well, on the other side of the night, next to
It's not
Alova,
even
is just
like-
me
like
drinking.
He's not even like doing like a flirtatious bit or anything. It's just the concept of a woman fighter is like it's very novel to him. Because he's a storyteller bard, so he's just all
If
about
this
that
was a
kinda
modern day, she would take a look at you and be like, "What do you want? A picture?"
Yeah, I do. If it was modern day, yeah.
Let me paint you like one of my Dornish girls.
Have you guys heard of this magical device? They made it in Essos. It's called a
Let me paint you like my Bravosi girls.
cellular phone. Well, okay, so nobody's exactly doing anything at this moment.
Other than drinking, eating, and then passing out, no, because I failed my willpower save.
Alright, then we can go back to the little roleplay between the nobles.
Go on.
So, the Lord Wind goes... says... So, I hear that the landsmith is gonna start tomorrow. That's when they're expecting the most nobles there. Are you gonna attend the welcoming ceremony tomorrow?
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Well... Oh, actually here he hands you like in the invitation paper. Did you have one of these? And it has like the starting time and such.
I would assume I do, but
Yeah. You would most likely have it, unless you gave it to somebody else.
yeah, I have.
Or
it.
like your parents or whatever showed it to you and sent you without it, but I highly doubt that.
I don't assume they are that dumb.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of nod, and it says, "Oh, well, that is wonderful. It will be good to see a familiar face. It's a shame what happened to the previous house living in your lands, but you've been a good subject. Well, not a subject, but what would be actually the word?
Banner house.
Banner house.
Would be the term.
Banner house to me. Did you have any business with me? I am quite a busy man, actually.
No, I was just being polite and saying hello. And also helping my cousin. He seems to be a bit smitten.
Yes. She is quite a talented woman, so I can see it.
Anyway, I'm going to go to my room. The long travel has made me in need of certain amenities.
Of course. Well, we'll see each other tomorrow. And he hands out his hand to be shook.
Yeah, she takes his hand, and then lets go, goes to leave, turns, curtsies, and then heads upstairs to her place to freshen up, to her room to freshen up, and then is going to go do something that may be stupid, but she's going to try it.
And he he yells out, "Darlene, we're leaving." And a woman gets up, and the knight over here starts following him.
Damn.
Oh, you were gonna offer her? She before she leaves, she takes a look at you and just shakes her head and says, "Ah, my lord is calling me."
Simply tragic. I do hope I see you at that tourney tomorrow.
She takes a look back at you and just shakes her head. Stalker.
Does the innkeeper bring the two glasses of wine?
Yeah, he does.
I take the both of them.
I'll take the empty seat next to him. You're like, oh, did you get me a glass of wine?
Yep, the large one. I never like the small ones. You know that better than anyone. It's like drinking from a puddle. Not that I'm opposed to drinking from a puddle every now and again.
Or falling asleep in one.
And after that, Shoni also here. Kyle Shoni also excuses himself, getting out of the chair and says, "Well, I gotta leave you. It was quite nice to see you. Come on, girls. We're leaving."
As I'm drinking the wine, I'm looking over at Dagon. Did you see that woman?
Yes.
Table's leaving as well.
No, table, stay right there.
He's taking the table with him. He's like, I paid for the table, it's mine!
It's my table.
She was a quite unique fixture within the room. It was hard to miss her.
There we go.
Her fucking sword touched the floor. How does she swing it?
Something you wish you could say about yourself.
Oh, you wound me even when you're not even in the room.
So, did I hear correctly? There's a tourney tomorrow.
The tourney is like all Landsmeet long. There's like some small little events each day.
Are you gonna participate in the melee?
Of course. I pulled your neck out of the fire a time or two.
As the innkeeper overhears you as you're right at the table, and he looks at you and goes like, "Oh, you're interested in the tourney, are you?"
Yes.
Well, if you need any information, just ask me.
When's the melee being held?
Oh, the Grand Melee? That is the last day of the Landsmeet. For the champions of the Chosen. Of course.
Only for the joust?
Well, there is a Grand Melee.
Is my character asleep at this point in time?
More than
Or is he
likely.
still drinking?
He would probably be drinking. That didn't take like hours. That all of that talking.
Okay.
You would be probably slightly slurred at this point, maybe.
He would ask about an archery contest. Oh, is there an archery contest?
A archery contest. Well, there's a few accuracy contests, and I believe an archery contest as well. In fact, I believe today there's today's events. If you wanna hurry, you can make it to the knives throwing contest.
Lord Aemon,
Where's that at?
Can bastards even participate in such things?
Oh, this is free to participate for anyone. It's just harmless fun.
I was asking Lord Aemon, not the bartender.
Oh.
Bastards, low-ranking knights. Hell, so Duncan the Tall participated, and he was a fucking hedge knight.
Where is the knife throwing contest being held at?
Oh, that's at the field. Well, near the field. You'll see it when you approach it. It's next to the Great Tourney Field.
I excuse myself, and my drunken ass is gonna go fail at throwing knives. I go looking for the field.
Anyway,
As he exits, he slams into the wall before exiting the room.
anybody joining him?
Knife throwing seems a bit of good fun. Aemon, do you want to put a wager on the table that I can throw better than you?
You probably can, even before the wine hits me. A marksman I am not.
I've never wielded a bow in my life, but throwing things, you know. I'd like to test my luck.
All
Care to
right,
join?
if you wish to bask in my embarrassment, let's go.
I always do, my lord.
Innkeeper, 2 more wines.
He gives you 2 more wines for the road.
I'll finish the wine that he gave me and set it on the table, and then I'm out.
I drink the 2 I just ordered, and then waltz out of the fucking room.
I wonder if the drinks are included with the price. Oh well, we can worry about that later. They would be like a couple of copper pennies anyways. Drinks aren't exactly expensive unless you're ordering wine, so they might be slightly more pennies. Maybe like 4.
Yeah.
Do I go with them on the off chance and that there's someone there? Or do I just, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it to all hell. I'm heading up to the castle.
Okay. Splitting the party as season 1. I love it.
Hey, it's Game of Thrones. You gotta split that party. I wanted to make note that my character, like, at this point, after like 3 like drinks that he's just hammered fucking down, he's already entered his singing phase. Where he's just being a fucking pariah in the streets.
Let's start with the, since there's more of you, with the whole knife throwing. So yeah, you go up into the town. There's not any people on this map, but you can use your imagination. The fairgrounds is filled to the brim with people banqueting. You see a little small banquet table at the end of the field. And you see a small little stage up there at the end of the map. And there's a small little location with what seems to be 5 targets set up. And you see a small line of people trying their best to hit the targets with what seems to be 3 knives.
I'm going to approach and wait in line for my chance.
And I'm assuming I'm right behind you.
Alright. I need to bring up really quickly the rules for a turning. I believe it's 3 checks with increasing difficulties.
Sounds about right, because I'm drunk, I get -2 to my rolls.
You can correct me if I am wrong, but that's how I believe how it works.
I will pull up the turning rules for you.
Thank you. So I don't have to open a 3rd book here. I'm working with so many books already.
I would like to make note that when it comes to marksmanship, there is obviously
Is knife throwing based on marksmanship or?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, but I would like to make note of something, and this is probably going to annoy the person who's a marksman. There is marksmanship for a bow, marksmanship for throwing, and marksmanship target practice for hitting, tourney targets.
Okay, well, throwing is not my thing, I'm just a bow.
So apparently, it is a completely different fucking, it's a completely different skill to accurately hit a target that's not moving.
So throwing is also athletics, so...
You walk up to the target range and the man at the podium is dressed in overly fancy gear and he's like, You there! Do you wanna test your accuracy with a couple of knives? You gotta earn yourself quite a fine prize.
Oh, never mind. Athletics throw is for throwing objects.
Yeah, it's not throwing them accurately.
Then I wouldn't have fucking come here.
Yeah, no, that's why I said my marksmanship dice is 1.
My marksman dice is 6.
Yeah, so you'll accurately hit shit, even in your drunken state. I can't.
I'm here to test my luck.
I see. Step right up and get into the line. We're having almost a full competition. Does anybody else want to join in and test their luck?
On second thought, Master Aemon, perhaps we should just spectate and cheer on our good little bastard here.
Oh, come on now. Join up. We'll all have a fun time.
Guys. Join me.
No, I think you support the house well enough, Rivers. I don't think we should have inter-house rivalries.
It's not it's just a little bit of fun.
The winner of this fine competition gets this fine little ceremonial dagger.
Come on, Eamon and Dagon.
Fine. I'll embarrass myself at your leisure.
Very well.
Wonderful.
All right.
As he's somewhat stumbling in his standing.
So that's, I believe, from the player group 4 participants or 3? 3.
3.
Yes,
3.
I did count correctly.
I don't know where Karstark went.
I don't know. Where would be Karstark be? Not paying attention. Alright. So, let's see. So, there's 3 of you. Let's see how many competitors you would have. Let's roll a good old D6. Alright. Round 1. I don't think we need to roll any initiatives for this one. So, I believe, Chris, do you have it up yet?
Yeah.
I believe the first roll is just standard, straight up.
So just roll marksman?
Yes. But I believe since you're drunk, remember to put in the right...
Never mind. I actually might be good at this.
Wow, that's a good job.
Yeah, hang on, let me roll.
Wait a second, it does state that in the rules, knife or axe throwing, every throwing test modified by weapon specialty.
Yeah. It's a
So I
throwing
believe...
test.
But throwing is marksmanship.
Throwing is
Throwing...
marksmanship, yes.
Ah.
If you're thinking of feats of strength such as rock throwing or caber toss.
Ah.
If we were doing caber toss, that's something
I
I
would suck at.
I could do that pretty well.
I would suck at.
Alright, Chris, I believe you're also marksmanship. Unless you happen to have
Incoming
throwing.
marksman test.
Oh!
So, in a quite a sad sight, the 3 of you line up, throw your knives, but when the last guy comes out, which would be Eamon, he picks up the knife, the first knives. He is about to throw it, but let's see, what was the fumbles?
Let me check. I know the fumbles is that. Fumbles. Injure yourself. You hit yourself and take weapon damage. Or in other words, I take no damage.
Yeah, you see him just fumble his knife out of his hand, and it falls to his toes.
So what you're saying is I haven't thrown it yet. Let's try throwing it a second time. That time it left my hand.
Alright, let's see. So you have a couple of competitors. I'm not gonna make it 4. I'm gonna make it 3. So let's see. 4 is fine. So the first one comes up
immediately.
Is a small, like a normal person who comes up and tries his luck. Well, he does a little better than your one.
No, Marcus. You said I dropped the knife. I didn't throw it yet then. I'm counting the 6 as my actual attempt.
10 comes of a man, a little traveled. He picks up the knives and throws it, and scores a better hit than Eamon and Dagon. The third person who steps up is he seems like a proper traveler. He seems like he's seen some stuff, and he's pretty well too. And the last guy who steps up. He's seems to be wearing a little finer clothing, tries his best luck. But he seems to do the worst. And the judge comes over and scores everybody. And looking at the floor, he's like, well, good luck, sir, but it seems that you scored the lowest amount.
I rolled 4 times his amount.
Alright, everybody, round 2!
Eh. This fucking person and there's 6 dice.
And I rolled a 1 in there. So yeah.
Perhaps I should take the aim action and get 1 bonus die.
Even with your bonus die, you only got 1 point better than me.
Marksmanship. Need some, is music playing in the background? No. There we go. A little bit more music, it was getting way too quiet. And then the last guy. I mean, I believe since it's the second round, I'm supposed to increase the difficulty by 1. But as all of the knives have been thrown, he kind of looks at...
So, so the test starts at a routine 6, and each round it increases until it reaches 15 in the final round.
Okay, so it would have been increased.
6. So the difficulty went from 6 to 9, and then it'll go to 12, and then it'll go to 15.
So let's see, who exactly made it? Karn?
The footpad and the bandit and me.
So now it's the final round with 12, you said?
12.
Yeah.
So roll again?
Yeah, roll again.
So, roll again. You pass. Now it's onto the bandit and the footpad.
The footpad literally can't make it.
No, he can.
I was about to say, he's got 2 dice.
What a fucking hero. What a fucking hero.
He can't make the next one.
That guy made it.
He almost made it.
So the little guy, the guy is slightly more who looks like he's well traveled. He's like, I can't believe that I made it this fucking far.
Alright, now here's what happens. This is the moment where Gavel rolls nothing but ones.
And the footpad takes an aim action for a bonus die.
Might as well.
Okay, so final round, mean footpad.
Yep.
Yeah.
The DC is what?
15.
15.
15.
Damn!
He literally can't do anything.
He tries his best, he almost makes the target, but...
What a fucking hero.
I gotta give him credit for the...
Putting up a fight!
Get that man a drink. Get the footpad a drink.
And the judge goes, we have a winner! And he goes like, come up to the stage and present yourself to the people as their knife-throwing champion.
I somewhat stumble my way on stage and bow.
Good sir, what is your name? Tell these fine people.
My name is Karn Rivers.
There you go, people of Riverrun. Our champion Karn Rivers But let's not forget about our other competitors, especially this runner-up. And they give him like a good round of applause.
I also give him a round of applause.
Now, our champion, here you go. The reward for this great event, and he brings you like this little small knife in case like a glass case.
I take it from him. Thank you, kind sir. And if that's all, I'm going to slowly make my way back to Dale and Eamon.
Well, he would go like, this dagger is quite the heirloom of the olden days. We keep it well kept and well maintained. And then he would let you go.
Thank you, sir. And then I go back to Eamon and Dagon. Was such a great competition.
As it's
I don't believe anyone in this town stands a chance against you if you're throwing knives at each other.
As it's kind of near night, but before we're gonna go towards sleep for today, we're gonna go back to Nora, since she's on her own.
Okay.
Yep. Unless you guys still want to do something else in that little event there.
No, not until the next marksmanship competition, which is probably tomorrow. I just head my way back to the tavern.
So Nora, I believe you said you wanted to go to the castle. Nora? Can I go? Hello? It's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I'm heading up to the Riverrun Castle, so...
Okay, yeah. You go up to the castle. And let's put in the... yeah, let's put the wrong map. There we go. You go to the courtyard, and it's a little empty at this moment. There's some guards, some ladies running around, and a couple of other people. Not too many, like barely a dozen.
I go to one of the ladies and ask if they've seen Edmure.
Tully, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord Edmure? Not for a little while. How so?
I've been wanting to speak with him for a little while now. It's a shame. Wonder where he would be. And she's partly talking at this lady, but also talking to herself.
She thinks to herself, let's see, what could old Edmure be known for anything? Like what he would be doing? Let's see, so he's a military man. She kind of thinks to herself, and she goes, "Oh, he's probably enjoying the tournaments.
I twitch. I'll see you later. Thank you for telling me that. And just turns around and walks all the way back to the town to where the knife throwing contest is.
Yeah, that takes you quite a while. Oh well, it didn't. That doesn't take you that long, but you come to the knife throwing tournament just after Karn had won his knife throwing competition.
Mm-hmm. And like the moment I get there, I go, okay, where is he? And I just start looking for him. So this, I believe, would be awareness because I'm looking for a person.
Yes, that would be more than likely.
Okay.
Let me find quickly. Did I have? I believe I had
18.
Edmure. House. Where's House Dolly on my little thingy? There it is. I need to open up the book here because it did give me something that he's supposed to be having. Yeah, you're kind of looking around for a little while. You're like looking around, and you eventually come into this. Like it's kind of to the side, but you find like this finer section meant for a little higher up status, like travels and nobles and such. They let you in since you're in your noble carbs still, unless you took them off for some reason.
No, I'm wearing them.
And you enter this like a small little like flower garden with this patios and kind of like a gazebo, I would say. And in the gazebo, you see like Edmure over there sitting and chatting up and like drinking something. You would assume tea, since they have like ceramics and such. And he's like listening to this young woman singing.
So that this cannot stand. So I'm going to walk up and introduce myself.
He looks at you. Let's see. Edmure was a well-meaning man, but an impetuous man. Okay, that doesn't. Let me actually see what the book tells me.
Mm-hmm.
He's wild and impulsive. Okay. And I believe he kind of had like a boorish voice in the show. I don't exactly remember what he actually sounded in the show. Well, that doesn't really matter. But he looks you up and he gets up like a proper lord would go and greets you.
Yep.
Welcome to Riverlines, he says. River Run.
So she curtsies and goes, it's lovely to be here. I hope I can spend more time with you. May I? And just gestures towards.
He likes
seat.
gestures you to take a seat and says, well, enjoy your stay.
Yep, sits down, and proceeds to have a lovely conversation about what he expects the land meat will be like.
Oh, this is what... Oh, he doesn't give that much. He's like, oh well, we're gonna be talking things here and there. What I hear is the first few days are gonna be quite boorish. Not that much important matters are going in the lands. But father insisted upon it. As he gives like a big old smile.
Smiles back and says, well, I don't want to assume what he thinks, but he is probably thinking that he needs to make sure that you're ready to take his place one day.
Oh yes, father has been getting... His sickness is getting worse and worse by the day. As he kinda says in a sorrowful voice. Because in the end of the day, he is loyal and cares for his family.
So, what does she say?
And says, I just only wish that I can be worthy of my father.
So, do I do... You know what, yeah. So, does he have a hand on the table? Like, just resting on the table?
Yeah, maybe one. Like, he's like drinking with one hand, like tea. In fact, like, one of the servants come up to you and serves you some tea. And, like, some, like, small snacks. Like, some fancy, like, baked goods.
So, she puts her hand over his and says, when your father does part, I said it will be a great loss to us. And I'm sure you, with the right woman, I mean, at your side can be what does she what's the word can be a, she says, with the right woman at your side, you can be a fair and just liege. So do you want me to charm this boy?
I mean, if you're gonna go ahead.
That is the plan. The plan is to charm him.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I mean, technically this would be an intrigue situation, so let's bring up the good old intrigue table.
Okay, let's do that. Still roll persuasion.
Because we need to check the situational modifiers.
Okay, I'd imagine he'd be indifferent.
He would be a little indifferent, yes.
Which would be a no modifier to either, and a DR of 4.
Since she is kind of...
Okay, so on the disposition number, indifferent is DR4, which means that you have 0 deception and 0 persuasion modifier, so...
Okay. So 0, 0. And you rolled a 22. And your objective...
I didn't roll a 22. I get to reroll one of my dice because one was a 1.
Ah.
So so that goes up to 23, and if I go back, I've got charismatic, meaning I add 2 to the result. So 25.
In other words, you're persuasive as fuck.
I'm charming as all hell.
25. Let's see. His intrigue defense. Nope. No, his intrigue defense not even close. So he's a little flustered as he's kind of in the show when he's forced to, I believe, marry Frey's daughter.
Yeah, he's not the most because your intrigue defense is based off your status, cunning, and awareness, and he's not very aware nor cunning.
Nope. He does. He's statted out. He's fully statted out in the book.
I haven't even looked at his stats in the book. I'm just like,
Yeah, and please don't.
Yeah,
if anybody's gonna go and cheat and look at any of the monsters in the book, first of all, fuck and you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not serious, but come on, guys, don't do that. That takes the fun out of the game.
Alright,
like
so,
I said, the only reason I would look at someone is if, Edmure just died. Let's look at his character sheet.
And fun fact, he does have the drawback naive. So he would be definitely.
So you get to add your cunning to the check.
Oh, to the result.
And another thing is that the consequence of losing a charm, in his case, you gain a +1 die on all deception and persuasion tests during your next intrigue against him.
So the result is actually 30 if I get to add my cunning.
Yeah, I believe you beat him, even if he had some bullshit bonuses. Which he doesn't. But yeah, he's definitely a little shy and little awkward. Well, naive. Like his whole throwback is. He's a little unsure what's going on there, but he does smile at you, and unless you have something else you really want to discuss with him, I'm gonna say that the rest of the day goes pleasantly.
Yeah, yeah, we can end that scene there. That not really.
There's not much there to advance anymore.
Yeah, she has soundly intrigued him.
Yeah, that day just goes off there, listening to the singer there sing some, I don't know, lovely tunes. Can't call a song from the top of my head other than good old Castamere. And the day passes along, and it goes towards the evening, and Edmure is like, oh, well, look at the time, it was quite pleasant meeting you, miss.
Nora Harper.
And I hope you enjoy your stay at River Run.
Well, if I have company like yourself, I'll definitely enjoy my time.
He gives a big old big smile, like that goofy smile that he has in the show, actually. And he asks if he can leave, pretty much, because he doesn't. That's the proper manners to ask a lady for.
Of course, my lord. And she stands up as well and curtsies to him.
He gives the pleasantries back. Yes, he goes off with his escorts. Now, what is everybody doing?
Well,
would
I'm
return to the inn.
with it being nightfall at this point, right?
Yep.
Going to bed.
Yep.
But first thing
I
tomorrow
second
morning,
that.
I'm going down to the stables.
Okay. Let me stop playing the
So I
Halfling
would
Festival.
return to the inn.
Yep, you go back into the inn and rest for the night. And either we can stop here. We have gone for a little, pretty much 3 hours right now. And this is a pretty good ending point because the things are gonna pick up by next session. Or we can continue for a little bit longer.
Up to you. I'm fine.
I'm good
with
either way.
us- Yeah, I'm fine with us ending here, but
Well, this next day is not exactly eventful, so we might as well get it out of the way if everybody's fine with continuing.
Yeah, I'm good with continuing.
If there's a marksman contest, I'm going, and that's all I'm doing.
I'm going to the stables and getting me a horse, and then I'm enlisting myself into the joust tournament if it's available.
Yeah, that's like just at the final day. They're taking like knights and such.
Okay.
So you can definitely sign up for that because you do have some recognition. Good old. Because I believe Dagon was it as a what status 3? Yes. So you could get in or sign up.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting a horse and then I'm signing up.
So in the morning, you all wake up to the sounds of the bells ringing, notifying that the landsmith is starting.
yep,
That landsmeet starting? Okay.
I've got to head to that.
Yep. So all of you go through the courtyards, and this time, since Nora you went here yesterday, it's an interesting sight to see it filled up with people getting inside of the meeting hall. Let me put in the little map here. I don't need to go put you onto the castle map, but let's put you go into the grand hall. It's quite a bountiful sight to your weary eyes. Especially since you were slightly lesser nobles. Well, one of you even had a status of 1, so... Well, that's
So
a
I'm a
bastard.
bastard, so...
Yeah. Makes sense. The
Everyone
grand
hates
hall
me,
is quite finely made. Out of the finest, you see some fine marble and... Is that a piano back there, actually? Yeah, that's a piano.
Yeah, that's a piano.
As many of the battered men and houses have sat at the tables, there seems to be a table seats reserved for you in your invitation. At the end table up there, you see the whole family of House Tully that you recognize immediately. At the podium over there, where the book is, you see the Tully's maester. What's his face? I don't remember from the top of my head. As the noise is quite loud, and everybody is talking over each other, and what was that being?
That was an accident, sorry.
As some of the servants ask you to take a seat.
Yeah.
Which table's for us?
Let's
Yeah,
say
they should tell
that
us.
one.
Okay, so I'll sit here. I'm assuming there's a someone important sitting at the head of the table.
Yeah, I would say went.
Yeah. Okay, I'll sit on his right.
And so some like
hashtag.
some of his like extended family, and like a retainer.
Unless, yeah.
Is that one woman right there?
No, knights wouldn't be exactly at the table, but you might see her like somewhere in the like side over here. Like there's like a viewing port, like if you remember from the Game of Thrones series, there's in the Iron Throne, there's like that little stone column that people stand behind. Those who aren't taken apart of the like meat. It has a name, but I can't recall from the top of my head. But you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
As people are settling in, Went nods to you and says, welcome.
Thank you, and just does the same acknowledgement head nod.
It seems that we're about to begin. As you do indeed recognize more important members of House Tully come in. You see Edmure come in first.
I do the polite lady wave, the very slight. Like, if he was looking at me, he would notice, but if not...
Yeah, he's not super exactly looking at your way. I mean, I could... It is... Let's see. Come on, Edward, you can do it. I think that would be enough. He would acknowledge you, like, give you like a nod. As
Good.
as the maester kind of goes, settle down. No, all of you are here to gather at the landsmith of House Tully. Maester. I need to look up what's his name. Unless somebody can tell him to remember it from the top of their head. I'll take that as a no. Mr. Kim.
Be fine.
He doesn't
Sir?
have a picture, of course. So he says, I, Mr. Kim, in the behalf of the House Tully, greet you all. Let's have a toast to our benefactors, House Tully. And everybody like gives a cheery toast. And going like, yay! Do you do the same?
Yes, but less, like,
Yeah.
ladylike.
Oh, I just found the name of the maester.
He kind of looks around the room and
Not in the show. He's in the book. And I don't know how to pronounce that fucking name.
are women?
Yeah.
Women, yeah. It would be Mr. Women at this time. It was replaced by Kim. Women actually has a picture.
Yeah, no, Mr. Women was, he is in concurrent times, he is the current maester. Mr. Kim is the, older maester. When Toster Tully's kids were young.
There you go, if you guys are curious what he looks like. Ignore the castle on the background.
Yep.
I might as well track the picture to the map. As he continues, it seems that some houses are not quite here, even some major ones. As he kind of looks at the table, and some like houses give a hearty chuckle.
I want to look around and see who is late.
You kind of look at one of the tables and give me like a status check to kind of figure out what it's about.
I'm assuming it's Frey, but I don't want to be that person.
I mean, obviously it is.
Yeah, both Dagon and Nora.
Yeah, both of you look at one of the tables that you kind of figure out is up there, which would be like...
Name tag on it. Like, there's like a little like section in its name that just says House Frey.
But nonetheless, I, Mr. Women, wish you all a wonderful day. All of the food is here presented by our plentiful lands and our Lord. Now let's all make our Lord feel like at home. And everybody kind of gives polite claps as old man Lord Holster Tully is escorted out of the side by a couple of guards. He's having a really tough time walking, as he's barely managing to stay up. As he sits down, well, first he's standing up and says, yes, welcome to my house, and welcome to River Run to everybody. If you don't know, I am Lord Holster Tully. And this is my home. Today we'll start our landsmaid to discuss the matters about goings-ons in the Riverlands. So we will give a toast in that honor. And he like raises up like this glass
toast along?
Same.
Now you're all free to stay here and enjoy the food and the company. Or go back to your lodgings and rest, as the Lance Meet will start officially tomorrow. To everybody, I wish you welcome to our lands. I hope you enjoy our hospitality. And everybody gives like another round of applause.
Yep, I'll stay here for the festivities, and if any particular person happens to want to speak with me, they can.
Well, I did mumble something under my breath to you, but I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I saw it.
Somebody
But
does actually at one point walk up to
Not
you.
dignifying it with a reply. Alright.
Yes, she's the kind of lady who's like, I'm not going to talk about that. It's not it is not inheritance until I have a ring on my goddamn finger. Anyway, do we want to end there, or does...
I mean, if you're really interested, somebody does walk up to you and you recognize him from the road. He was, I don't think actually I gave him a name, but it was the head of House Charlton. He comes up to you. Did I give him a name? I don't think so.
I know that his I know that his name is like just. I just know what house he's ahead of.
House not as round as the other guy.
I don't think you gave him a name, honestly.
You know, you did. You said it so fucking fast, but you were more concerned with trying to pronounce the phrase "distinguished."
So I'm gonna give him a new name if nobody minds.
Go for it.
So now he's Jordan, and I'm gonna give him a new sheet.
Rosengrain was his name.
No, that was a noblewoman that we encountered. Well, not a noblewoman, a merchant woman that we encountered in the.
House Went. Whalar Went.
No, that's the other guy that you met.
Different person.
Alright, then you didn't type it out.
Okay, there we go.
Right, House Charlton down, and that was it. And then distinguished.
There you go. Jordan of House Charlton. He comes up to you and greets you and is like, "Oh, you managed to get it to the land speed."
So he says that, and I just look. I assume he's walked over.
Yeah, he walked over to you and presents himself and gives you like a good old bow. A pleasant bow.
Yeah, he does that, and she goes, "Well, of course I made it here. My father has asked me to come here because he's busy with something at our castle, and he's teaching my younger brother a thing or two. Yeah, so I was the only one available.
I see. Well,
I've been here since yesterday. It's just I've been a bit busy talking with Lord Edmure.
Well.
And that is me throwing shade at him to no extent without being.
Well, I was only worried because I heard there was some bandits on these areas on the road, but it's good to see that you all made it here safely.
Nah, yeah, we're fine. State matters continue to bedevil us.
No, he's going to completely try and charm you now. Yeah, no.
So if this is an intrigue,
No! He just came to say hello!
I'm just pointing out, I dislike him.
Poor man.
Then crush him under your boot heels.
Hit him with your fist.
Just because he's a nobody. And seems to have an
No,
iron cross on his sheet, by the way.
He has a what now?
He's
Can you look at his picture? Open up Toast Charlton and click on his picture.
no, that's not an iron cross.
And it almost looks like an iron.
Anyway,
No, it's not an
continuing
cross.
on.
He's not a. He's not a member of the German Empire, nor the fucking Wehrmacht.
But anyways, I think that is now a good place to end it.
Well, you said he was going to charm me. That's
No,
No, he was fucking with you.
I was fucking with you. Not literally.
This man is like,
He has a wife. He's not gonna try and start seducing you.
seduce and charm are two different things.
Seduce ends up him hanging from a rope after a short drop.
Let's see what happened. Yeah, no.
And the rope snaps. Because he's quite large.
Wow, that actually might have beat my intrigue defense.
What is it?
My intrigue defense is 13, but if we were doing actual intrigue, he would have had a -2. So he would have failed.
But yes, if nobody has anything more important to do today in character, the rest of the day
Like I
is
said,
pretty
unless
much.
there's that marksman, I can wait.
I pick up like a little goblets of wine, and I kind of pull it out, kind of like a toasting manner to Jarden.
I mean, if you are interested, let me see what event is on today. But we can do that off session also, obviously.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's see the journey page. I always forget what pages everything is, because this book is so badly laid out.
You're badly laid out. Got him.
-50 XP.
I'm not giving it back.
Alright, let's see. 30.
Speaking of XP.
Yes, indeed. We did quite a bit of roleplaying today, so we're getting the roleplay XP. I know that the book says that I'm supposed to only give you when you complete stuff, but I said screw that, because that's not fun.
We completed something. We got to River Run.
And I won a tournament.
A handful of nobles and a knife throwing competition.
Indeed.
And I
know, but in the book...
I endeared myself to the Lady Knight.
In the book, you're supposed to give, I believe, 1 or 2 XP per, a complete adventure.
What?
It's complete bullshit. Well,
So in
not
other words, we
1
will
or
never
2,
get
but the
any better.
XP amount that you're supposed to get per adventure is so low that what's even the point? You're never gonna get better at that rate.
Reminds me of the XP handouts that you're supposed to give in Warhammer Fantasy, where you're supposed to hand out XP when you complete the campaign. in one of the XP counters is how you're supposed to hand it out, and they expect you to give out like 20, and I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna do that.
So today, in game, there would be the drinking competition, the wrestling competition, and the feats of strength competition.
So that's a no from me.
I'll do the drinking and the feats of strength.
I mean, I'll do the drinking, but I'm not gonna win it.
What's wrestling?
I would assume fighting.
That would be like grappling straight up.
Which is fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll do that one too.
If you have, I believe there's a sub rules for grapple.
There is. I know what it is. Basically, when you roll a fighting check and your fighting exceeds the opposing individual